Hi, I'm Andy, and I'm the Keto Buckeye. Welcome. Glad to have you. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day here in Ohio today. It's in the 90s. I think it's like 91. Yesterday was 90, I think a high of 91. Beautiful. I don't want summer to end at all. It looked like fall was showing its face last week. It was cooler, a little cooler, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And I love fall. Don't get me wrong. I love fall. But here in Ohio, we have about 5 minutes of fall, and then we have what seems like about 10 months of winter. It's not that long, but it feels that long. It feels that long. But I never really liked summer before. We get very, very humid, hot, humid summers. And it's really just, you just feel gross all the time. But I don't know, this summer has just been amazing. And I actually commented, did a post on Facebook, on my personal Facebook page, about how I'm loving the summer, and I don't know what it is, but I'm loving the summer, and I don't want it to end. And a coworker, friend of mine, says, well, last year you were heavier. You've lost a lot of weight, so maybe that's why. And I think she's right. I think that the extra 75-ish pounds, big layer of insulation, it's gone, and I don't seem as hot. So on the flip side to that, though, winter is coming. Yeah, winter is. I hate winter. I really do. I hate winter. I don't like being cold, and when you lose a bunch of weight, it's going to seem colder. But I have long johns. I have a coat. I have blankets. So I'll deal with it. I'll take the weight loss. If I'm cold, I don't care. I'll still take the weight loss. So that's not why I made this video today, but I thought I'd throw that in there because it is a beautiful day, and I'm really enjoying my front porch today. I'm very much enjoying being outside. And but today we're going to talk about some of the negativity surrounding keto. And I don't want this to be a rant. I don't want to make this into a rant video. And I don't want it to become a negative video, because I want keto to be positive. And if in your keto journey, I want you to feel positive and feel good about it. I don't want you to feel negativity. However, I'm also realistic. I'm also a realist. I know that no matter what you do in life, there's going to be negativity. Someone's going to have something to say about what you're doing, or what, maybe you bought a new car and someone's going to, about that, or whatever. Whatever. But we're talking about keto today. So if you have been doing keto for any length of time, you know that there's the negativity out there surrounding the ketogenic way of eating. And so these are just some things that I use to not let that bother me. To not let those people bother me. The first group that I want to talk about, so keto police. The keto police, if you've been doing keto, you know who the keto police are. Now, I don't want to be negative about these people, because they are doing keto the right way. They are doing keto the healthiest possible way. Clean eating, grass-fed, no organic, no additives, preservatives, processed food. They're not doing any of that, and I applaud them. If you're doing that, I applaud you, because that's great. That is a great way to keto. That is the best way to keto. It's also very expensive. And if you have the determination and the motivation and the drive and the discipline to do strict keto, good for you. I do applaud you for that, because that's great. The problem that I have with the keto police are their attitudes. Their attitudes about those of us who do eat a little dirtier. There's no reason for it. Now, if someone doesn't know if this is keto or not, and they assume that it is, it's okay to tell them. It's okay to say, there are better choices for keto than that. Don't say, that's not keto. Don't be rude. Don't be rude about it. There's no reason for that. And I've said those same words. I've not said it to people. I've said it in my head or to my significant other, when I've seen stuff on keto groups or whatever, and someone is eating, a salad with a bunch of corn in it, and I'm like, well, that's not keto. And it's not. It's not. Because it violates the rules. It violates the keto rules. And there are keto rules. I've talked about them. However, if someone ketos differently than you, if they're a little dirtier, just let it go. Be like Elsa and let it go, because there's no reason to be rude about it. And if you belong to any keto groups on Facebook, you'll know which ones you can post things like that in, because some of them will kick you out and ban you for eating a piece of pepperoni. In one of the groups I used to belong to, she showed her lunch, that what she took for lunch, and it was like a handful of pecans, it was some cheese cubes, some pickles, and some lunch meat, and that lunch meat got her banned. Ridiculous. It's not sugar, it's not refined carbs, it's not starch, it's lunch meat. Just be a little bit, be a little bit more respectful. That's all I'm saying. Because I can't hate on these people for eating the right way. I wish that I didn't, have the budget that I do to. Well, I don't want to say that, because I'm really happy with my life. I really am. And I don't know. I like saving money at the grocery store, though. I like it. It lets us splurge in other areas. So yeah, that's the first group, and I don't want to get into too much with them, because they are doing the right way. But don't admonish me for eating a sugar-free Jello with some Ready Whip on it, because it's dirty keto. It's still keto. It is. Okay, done. I'm done with those people. So the next group of people are the keto experts, who are not even doing keto. So they say they tell you exactly what they think about you doing keto. Maybe you posted a picture of your keto pizza, or maybe you posted a picture of whatever keto thing, and you're like, this is my keto pizza, it doesn't look great. And then you get the unsolicited advice from a Facebook friend, a real friend, a family member, whatever, on Facebook, and oh my gosh, you're doing keto? Please tell me you're not doing keto. Why are you doing that? I really hate that you're doing that. You're gonna die. Really? No, you're not. No, you're not gonna die, because you know what? That's ignorance talking. They're ignorant. They have no idea. They read an article somewhere. They read an article on Facebook, probably, or something, saying that people that do the ketogenic way of eating are going to get heart disease and they're going to die. No. And you know what? The best way to deal with those people is to arm yourself with facts. Do your research. I've said before, you are responsible for your own keto journey. So arm yourself with facts, do the research, everything that, read everything you can on it, just so that you know. And not because those people are going to listen to you, because they probably won't, because they know better. However, if it's in your head, if you have the facts and the true facts in your head, then maybe what these people say aren't going to sway you, because you're already going to know. Oh, well, they're just ignorant. They're just kind of talking ignorance because they don't know. They're not experts. Meanwhile, these same keto experts who are going to tell you that you're going to die are eating some donuts in the break room. They, like I said, they don't follow keto, but they know that what you're doing is dangerous. What I want to know is, where were these people when I was 300 pounds and I was shoving ho-hos in my face? Were they telling me then that I was going to die? No, because they're shoving ho-hos in their face too. And these people are, they're, like I said, they're, negative people are going to be everywhere. You just have to arm yourself with facts. That way you know. That way whatever they say to you is going to roll right off your back. And you know what? Maybe you're like, well, thank you. Thank you for being concerned about me. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then let it go. Because you know better. You've done the research. You know that you're not dying. You know that what you're doing is very healthy. And you're finally taking control of your life. On that same note, down that same road, I guess you'd say, medical professionals. I've seen several posts in keto groups that someone says, oh, well, my aunt who's a nurse, or my doctor, or my brother who's a nutritionist say that keto is dangerous. They tell me not. They say, please don't do keto. It's so dangerous. Well, like I said, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's very healthy. It's very sustainable. It is. It is much healthier than the whole grain low fat that your doctor tells you, that a doctor will tell you to eat. And the reason why this is so touchy for me is because my mom has been overweight, I think, my entire life. And she found out many years ago, that she had type 2 diabetes. She was on insulin, she's on metformin, she's on Nat. She's on a lot of different medications. Okay, so we both decide, when I tell her I'm doing keto, that I'm going to start keto, she decides she's going to do low carb. And that's fine. Some people are not all or nothing, and they can do just low carb, and they can be very successful about it. It's not as healthy. However, if that's what they want to do, and that's what they can do, and they know them, then that's great. So my mom does low carb, which means she's still eating some potatoes, and she's still eating, she's still eating some sugar, or she's still eating whatever. And she did lose about 30 pounds. She also cut her insulin was cut by about 2/3, and her Invokana and her metformin were cut as well as her blood pressure medication, and I think her cholesterol medication. Her A1C was ridiculous before that. So because she was low carb, and because she was still eating potatoes and eating some sugar, she still had the cravings, and it was very hard for her, and she ended up, little by little, going back to eating the way she was eating before. Well, she kind of got tired of that, and after Anthony, my significant other, sent her a video from Dr. Jung. If you don't know him, he has some really great videos. It was more on intermittent fasting, but keto with intermittent fasting has a lot of success. So she decided to jump in with both feet. She was like, I'm over it. I'm going to do this, and was doing keto. She goes to her doctor, her nurse practitioner, And her numbers are great. Like her A1C is great. Her triglyceride number is great. And the nurse practitioner says to her, well, what are you doing? And she's like, well, I've recently, started, I've done a big lifestyle change with my eating habits. And the nurse practitioner looks at her and says, you're not doing keto, are you? I had a problem with that. That really made me mad. Because A, she doesn't know what keto is. She just knows it's bad for you because that's what she's heard. She's not done her own research. So my mom, being my mom, this nurse practitioner has, I believe she has fibromyalgia. Either that or, yeah, I think she has fibromyalgia. And so my mom says, you should try it. So luckily my mom didn't back down, and the reason for telling you this story is, if you're a healthcare professional, and I'm not advising you to do anything because you are in charge of your own journey. If it were me and my healthcare professional was telling me that keto was bad, I would find a new healthcare professional. There are doctors on Instagram, well, they're on Instagram too, but on YouTube, the videos that I watch from Dr. Ken Berry and Dr. Berg, they are doctors. They encourage the ketogenic lifestyle because they know it's healthy, and they follow it themselves, and their family follows it. A doctor wouldn't tell their family to do something if they didn't think it was healthy, if they didn't know it was healthy. So, I have a theory about doctors who don't support the ketogenic way of eating. Keto has been proven to cure, for lack of a better word, a lot of disorders and some diseases. And maybe they're not curing the diseases, but they are making the symptoms of those diseases a lot more tolerable. I'm not going to tell you what diseases because you need to do your own research on that. I'm not a healthcare professional. However, if your doctor is telling you not to do keto, then you need to find out why. Find out why they think that. Because a little part of me thinks that doctors don't like keto because it helps people, because it cures things, because it makes the symptoms non-existent. And where else are they going to get their money? I know it's really kind of a negative thought, but that's kind of what I think. So, I have a list because otherwise I go off topic a lot. So when people give you unsolicited advice and they're trying to help, just say thank you, and go on about your day. Do what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, because if you're having success with it, keep doing what you're doing. Those people, they don't matter. They don't matter in your world. Which leads me to a third group of people that I feel can potentially derail you and sway your opinions, because they're people that you love. Your family, your friends, your coworkers, they're jealous. The people that are jealous of your success. I'm not saying that those people are jealous. I'm saying the people that are jealous of your success could be any of those people, and they don't want you to succeed because misery loves company. And they're not willing to do the work and to have the discipline. They go in with a preconceived notion that they're not going to be able to do it. I talk to so many people when they ask me, well, how have you lost weight? And I tell them, they're like, oh God, I could never do that. Yeah, you can, actually. Yeah, you can. Anybody can do it. You have to do the work. And these are people that they want a pill. They want a pill to make all of their weight disappear, and that just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. You have to put forth the work and the effort. So these people, are the same people in the break room that are eating donuts that offer you a donut because they don't want you to succeed. And they're jealous. They're jealous of your success. They're jealous that you have decided to take your life in your own hands, and you have decided to do better. You have decided to fix what's broken and create good habits, and they don't like it. And it's really sad. This is really sad because the realization, when you have that realization that your best friend or your husband or your mother or someone is negative toward your success because they don't want you to get better, that will break your heart. It'll break your heart because that's the realization where you're like, they don't care. They don't care about my life. They don't care about my success. They only care about their own misery. And it's really sad. It's really sad. And that realization will break your heart. So the best thing to do with things like, okay, I'm not going to say the best thing to do. The things that I've done to get over that is I just don't speak to them. I don't tell them about my successes anymore. I don't really have a relationship with them anymore. Now, if it's your husband or your wife or your significant other, that's really hard. If this person cannot be happy for your success, if they cannot be happy for you for taking back your life and for doing the things that you need to do to be better, then those people don't need to be a part of your life. The realization of all of this is really hard. It's very frustrating. It's, like I said, it's very heartbreaking. You are in charge of your own success, and you are in charge of your own happiness. Do not let people take up real estate in your head, because they are living for themselves. They are doing what makes them feel good, and they are doing what they want to do. They have no bearing on your success, and they have no bearing on your life. There are people in your life that you will just have to cut out. If it is a choice between your own success and your own life, there's no choice. There's no choice to be made because you are in charge of your own success. I will say it a million times. It seems harsh, and I'm sorry. It seems very harsh, but that is real. That is a realistic way to live. If my dad, which my dad is very supportive, I'm lucky. I have very supportive people on my team. They're great. My dad and his wife don't follow keto, but they are so happy with my success. And they tell me when they notice that I have lost weight or anything like that. My mom, like I said, is keto. My significant other and my daughter are keto. I have friends at work that are trying, and I'm just there cheering them on because I want them to be successful. I want the people around me to be successful. And if I don't have someone's support, I don't need their support. I don't need it. It's really nice to have. It's really nice to have those people around you that support you. It makes it a lot easier. And I've read countless posts about a husband that's trying to sabotage his wife's keto, her eating habits. And it's sad. Because if they truly, truly care about you, they will support you with keto. They will, and I'm not talking about things that are self-destructive or toxic. I'm talking about bettering yourself. If someone does not support you bettering yourself, you need to find other people to hang out with. You need to find other people to surround yourself with. And it's harsh. That is a harsh reality. But I'm here to tell you, that's the only way that you're going to continue your success, is to just not engage those people. You're going to have to grow some thick skin, because there are a lot of haters out there, and there are a lot of people who don't want you to be successful because they don't know how to be successful. And that's one of the reasons why I do, or I have, and I do keto coach, for lack of a better word. People on my Facebook that have messaged me and say, I want to try this. What can I do? So I start with the basics. Cut all this out of your diet. Whether they want to do that or not, it's up to them. But I have some friends that have been great. They have done the right things, and they have lost weight, and they are healthier, and I am so proud of them. And you don't have to like the things I like, but you have to support me. If you want to be in my life, you have to support me in bettering myself. So that's I didn't want it to be very ranty. I didn't want it to be ranty. However, these are realistic. This is realistic. There are going to be people that don't support what you're doing. I think sometimes they think that if you lose all the weight that you want to lose, or you're successful, that you're going to forget about them, when that's not the case at all. I have many friends that aren't keto, but they support me and my keto journey, and that's why they're still there. I call them my tribe. My tribe, it's very few people, a handful of people who I adore. I love them with my whole heart, and they have all been very supportive. And so you just have to, the people that are negative, you have to let it go. The people that support you, you have to hang on to those people, because they're the ones that are going to be with you this entire journey. Okay, that's all I have to say about that subject. Just be aware. Just be aware of the people around you, and you're going to get that unsolicited advice, and you just need to have the thick skin and say thanks, because I've gotten really triggered in the past with something someone says, because they're ignorant, because they don't know what they're talking about, and I know they don't know what they're talking about. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I have a Facebook page, The Keto Buckeye, just like the name of my YouTube channel, The Keto Buckeye. Go give me a like on my Facebook page. I post a lot of recipes and some helpful tips and tricks that have helped me in my success. Also, if you are on Instagram, I'm Andy's Keto Journey. Actually, stop. Andy's _Keto _Journey. Andy's _Keto _Journey. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button, ring that little bell. It'll tell you when I have a new video out. And in the meantime, stay positive. Stay positive about your keto journey. And I wish you so much success. And until next time, you have a great day. Thanks for coming.